Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We are here in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, picking up a load at Siva, and I'm going to take that to GM in, wait for it, Kansas City. This load actually it's straight through load, drop and hook at the shipper, and live unload at the receiver. It might be a drop and hook. I've done it there before. But this load is, it pays pretty good. The line haul is $18.80. The fuel is $2.22.77, and then Landstar did a service incentive of $400 on it, and that will be put at my percentage on my check. So pretty good load. I think it was like $4.89 a mile or something like that. So one day is worth of work. Not bad. I've already put my trailer in the dock here. So I'm going to drop this, and then here's my loaded one right there. So I'm gonna go, like I said, drop this, go hook up to that one, and hit the road and get over there as quick as we can. Wound up being me sealing it. I didn't know I was supposed to. But I got it sealed. Getting out of this place. Hope this view is a little better for you guys. Kind of see a little bit of everything instead of here down. Is a whole lot lighter than they told me. But lighter's better. Good with that. So I told y'all we had something exciting to talk about in this video. If y'all watched the last one, you know what I'm talking about. If not, the first time to the channel, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that sub button if you haven't already. I appreciate it. And yeah, let's talk about this news, I guess. You guys know we full-time RV. So my wife pulls our camper around the country. We park it somewhere for a month or so, and I'll work in the area, kind of back and forth, do what I need to do. Go home and see things, and you know, just enjoy life as much as possible. Just get as much as we can out of the travel life. And here we've been discussing ditching the camper, like put the camper, the RV, whatever you want to call it, leaving it in a storage unit somewhere, and my wife would just basically kind of follow me, and she'd obviously had the kids with her, and we'll sleep in the truck, because they're allowed to be in the truck, they just can't be in the truck while I'm driving. That's against DOT because they're under 12, and Landstar's not a fan of people riding in the truck unless you got the approval and all that stuff. But they can sleep in the truck when it's parked. So we would do that, and sometimes we would like find a campground somewhere. If I had a layover or needed to do a 34, we would park it and go find a state park or somewhere, go tent camping, just something like that. It sounds amazing because rent, when we have to park the camper at a campground, it's anywhere between $500 to $800 a month, sometimes plus electric. But the benefit would be that we could put that money up. The truck that we have is a 2018 Dodge Ram 2500 with a Cummins. It's not deleted or anything like that, but it gets like 20 some miles to a gallon on the interstate. It does freaking amazing. She can get almost 500 miles out of a tank of fuel when she's not pulling a trailer. So we would save a little money there. Yeah, obviously we'd have to pay for fuel, but I have a fridge in the truck. We can eat in the truck. We can all sleep in the truck. And it would just kind of open things up a little more for all of us to explore. Because we want to go to like Maine, for instance. We want to go up to Maine and just kind of check out state parks and just see the country. I mean, just go travel and see things that we can. But it's hard to justify taking the camper all the way up there when freight isn't well enough to go in and out consistently. So we could take one load in, she'd follow me, and you know, I'd wait a day or so, we'd check things out, see what we can see, and then get a load back out and go somewhere else. And same thing with other states, just kind of see what we can see and just travel. I mean, it's kind of simple. Just travel, we take what we need out of our camper, we'd have our bikes so we can still ride our bikes around. Then yeah, I mean, our kids are homeschooled anyway, so nothing really would change other than we would be traveling a lot more and we wouldn't have our RV to deal with. So things I think would be a lot easier for us, and we'd be able to see a few more things. So we haven't 100% decided whether or not we're going to do it. We've talked about it. I wanted to get you guys' opinion on it. What you think? Would you like to see something like that? Because it's going to be, there'll be a lot of videos coming out, just going to different places. And I mean, how many times have you guys gone in a semi somewhere and wished you had a personal vehicle that you could go explore? I mean, that's kind of the benefit to it. Plus, we'd all be together as a family. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about that idea. We're still up in the air. We want to do it, and we're kind of making plans to actually do it, but we haven't 100% committed to it yet. So let me know what you think in the comments, or on Instagram at Nomad.trucker and Chaos on the Move. outside of St. Louis. There's the arch. There's the yellow line. I always feel weird coming through St. Louis because I had a guy rear end me back in 2016. It was May 6th, 2016. The guy, get out of this lane here. It's weird, we were all coming to a stop. It was like 11:40, I think it was 11:46 was the time of death, but I'll put some pictures up here so you guys can see what happened. We were, all of us, I was westbound, and I didn't have to deliver too far on the other side of St. Louis, but I was going to be about 30 minutes shy of making it all the way there unless I put it on PC. So I stopped, like it was 4 lanes going down to 1, construction, and the first 3 lanes on the right, or the first 2 lanes on the right were already gone. So there's only the 2 lanes, the far 2 left lanes. I'm in the right lane of those 2, and I'm stopped. I got a minivan in front of me, or an SUV. It's like a Sequoia or something in front of me, and it's full of kids. I can just see them all through the back window. And just stopped, and I'm looking at my logbook. It was electronic at the time as well. And I'm like, I'm just gonna, since I'm stopped, I can change my logbook to off-duty PC and I'll just make it there. And something told me not to. It's like, don't do it. It could be bad. So I didn't. I'm like, whatever, I'll just stop and I'll be 30 minutes late. Well, we'd start moving, and I let off the clutch in first gear. I had about 30,000 pounds on. First gear, and I just let off the clutch, like I said, and just wham! It felt like somebody kicked the back of my seat as hard as they could. It just kind of like jarred me forward. And I had a dog at the time, a little bit, and she was back in the back on the couch, and she jumped up. It's like, what the heck? I looked behind me because I thought the bed fell down, because my top bunk, every now and then it'll fall down from the up position if I had a hard enough bump or something like that. And that's what it seemed like to me. But no, this little Honda Civic, 90s model Honda Civic, with a man in it, 46-year-old man. He slammed into the back of me, and his front bumper was sitting on the back axle, and I had the tandems pretty much all the way forward. So I mean, his taillights, or my taillights in my trailer, because he hit more on the driver's side, so his head was lined up straight with the taillights on the driver's side. And I didn't realize any of this until I looked in my mirror and I seen the car crunched in my mirror and just smoke rolling. So I set the brakes, grab my phone, turn on the hazards, and jump out. I go back there, and unfortunately he was gone. But his whole head, everything, I mean, it was literally like a watermelon to a brick wall. I mean, it was just, unfortunately, it was pretty nasty. The thing that pissed me off the most about it was cars would just drive by, because this left lane was open. So cars would drive by, didn't even say anything. Nobody stopped. People just looking and gawking like they do. And yeah, I had to call 911. And there was another guy that actually stopped. He was trying to call the police before the guy hit me, because he was driving like a jackass. And yeah, so he's the only one that stopped. And there was, by the time I got out of my truck, or by the time I set my brakes and got out of my truck, there was at least 12 cars that passed me and like made it to the back of the trailer. There was that many cars that passed. Nobody stopped to check on anything. I looked in the car, you know, there was no baby seats, there was nothing like that. It was just him. And yeah, I mean, even to this day, I don't know what happened. I just know that he hit me. There was no brake marks, anything like that in the road. Just, I mean, he just slammed into the back of me. It's pretty rough. It took about 4 hours for them to get it taken care of. Had to get 2 tow trucks out there, one to lift the trailer up, and another one to pull the car out from underneath it. So yeah, and then DOT, the reason I was talking about logbook is DOT showed up because it's a commercial vehicle involved in a fatality. And he did the full level 1 inspection. I mean, checked everything. Every freaking bit of it. Got underneath the truck, checked the brakes, underneath the trailer, checked the brake, all of it. And I asked him, I said, what would have happened if my logbook was wrong? Or, you know, I falsified my logbook. What would happen? And he said, you'd be going to jail for vehicular homicide because you're not supposed to be here. It'd been your fault. And that kind of shocked me. So I don't play around with the logbook. Even running paper when I did, I keep it as honest as possible, because it's not worth losing everything over somebody else's mistake because you're trying to gain a little bit more time. Which didn't make sense to me. I was like, nope, not me. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm glad I didn't put it on PC, because that would have been bad. The craziest thing about all of it, other than, you know, the guy losing his life, I had an iPhone, I don't remember what iPhone it was, but I had an iPhone, and my phone worked, everything was working fine. The police asked for my dash cam, so I gave him the dash cam, like the footage. He put it in his computer, and I sat in the front seat of the police car, or the state trooper car, whatever they call them out here in Missouri. And everything was fine. Everything worked great. I got out of the vehicle, and my phone had no service. My phone has yet to work since then. I took it to Apple, and I took it to AT&T, and all of them were like, I don't know what's wrong with it. That everything looks like it should. Everything's supposed to work, and it works like it should. You just don't have any service. So yeah, luckily I had a backup phone in the truck that I was able to just swap SIM cards, and that worked out. But what a wild night. It was definitely interesting. Obviously had to go take a drug test, all that within so many hours, and just interesting situation, I guess. It was morbid. It sucked. I wish it never happened, but it did. But yeah, so that's my story for the day. Just be straight on your logbook. Make sure you do a pre-trip, post-trip. Make sure you got your ducks in a row, because if somebody comes out and hits you and you don't have all your ducks in a row, and it's their fault they run a red light, it's your fault because you weren't supposed to be there, or whatever the case is. It's insane to me. But yeah, I'll throw some pictures up now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Pretty graphic. You can't see the body or anything like that. It's just a car crushed up against underneath the trailer and all that. So yeah, y'all check those out, and I'm going to get on down the road. I'm gonna have to stop here in about 2 hours, take a 30-minute break, so I can. Man, there's a whole bunch of wrecks over here. Sheesh. Hopefully everybody's all right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get on down the road. And we're back with less than 2 miles to go. Rocking and rolling here. Wasn't too bad. A little bit of traffic in old Kansas City, but nothing we highly trained professional drivers can't handle. Oh man. I don't think I've ever been out here. I've been to a lot of the GM plants in Kansas City, but never been to this one that I know of. So this will be a first for me. Jesus, road is terrible. Oh, I hate rough roads. They just suck. Yeehaw. Gotta match the gear with the speed there, Matt. Sheesh. I gotta change the isolator bushing in this thing. What's that? I've had people ask about the bungee cord on the shifter here, and that's because of that. Just try to keep it from sitting on the gear. So the bungee cord just kind of pulls it forward and just enough to keep it in the actual gear, not riding on it. Yeah, I've done some YouTubing and trying to find out if that's super difficult. The only thing I've seen is the hardest thing about it is that you have to have a punch or a press, something to take the rod out or the bushing out or something like that. But from what I understand, they're not very expensive. I think I'm going to try and tackle that here soon. I know here over the weekend when I get back home, I'm going to do a video on how to clean the fleet air filters, or at least how I've been doing it based on the instructions since I got them. So yeah, stay tuned for that video if you're interested in the fleet air filters, the foam air filters for the big truck. Yeah. Kindlesburg Road, Kindleberger. There's no S in there. Jeez, can't you read? I'm glad there's not a lot of traffic out here though. All right, 230 Kindlesburg. Is that what this thing says? Let's see what the bill say. 230. Care of comprehensive logistics. So maybe this would be a quick, easy crossdock. I don't know. I thought it was GM, but so I'm looking for names or building numbers and stuff like that, because none of these places have them. Sheesh. It is dusty down here too. This looks like where I need to be. Oh, you know what? I have been here before. This is where I went to the other side of the property, went in the wrong way. Yeah, I remember this place. This will be exciting. All right, we're here. I'm gonna check in and yeah, see if I can't get out of here in a decent hour at least. All right, so they told me to go to door 14. The guard is going to meet me there for bolt cutters. And I got to take the little tabs off the wall, chalk the wheels, stay inside, all that kind of crap for GM. But COVID, but they're going to make us all stay inside in a little room. I don't understand. But anywho, let's get over here to the dock.
All right, we got the tabs we need. Chalk the wheels and go inside here. So sit and wait for a while, and I will see you guys when we get out of here. All right, guys, we got our bills here. Get back in the light. It wasn't too bad. It was roughly an hour, maybe. But yeah, so I'm gonna get on the road and go find somewhere to park for the night, because I know I only have like 45 minutes left on the clock, if that. Go pick up the next one, head home. So I think that'll be good for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Let me know if I can do anything better, change anything, you know, let me know. I definitely want to be as good as possible at this, so I'd like to hear your comments. Let me know what you think and all that good stuff. And yeah, stay tuned to the next one. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all stay safe. Love y'all.